Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be showing you guys how to get those Instagram eyebrows. This is a video that I've been getting a lot of requests for just because I guess people think I'm really good at drawing on my eyebrows. But if you guys would like to see how I achieve these brows, keep watching. All right, so getting into the brows. Couple things first. The most important thing to remember when you're doing your brows is that they are sisters. Not twins, just sisters, even sometimes cousins, but if they cousins, that's a little trifling. But you know, you're going for sisters, not twins. Shout out to my best friend, AP. She's the one who taught me that, and I'm telling you, since the day I accepted that concept, my brows have changed so much. So that's the first thing. The second thing about your brows is realizing that they go through phases, they go through things, and you just have to figure out what works for your face. And for my face, I like particularly thicker brows, even though like my real ones, as you can see, they're like sort of thick, but not really. Like they have a lot of different kinds of sparse areas. But really you're using your normal brows as a guide. So 1, sisters, not twins. 2, make sure that you're shaping your face the right way. And the next thing to keep in mind is like your concealer is your best friend when it comes to your eyebrows. So with all that being said, let's get started. So the tool I'm going to be using today is my Benefits Cosmetics Goof Proof Brow Pencil. When I first started doing my eyebrows, I did use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. It worked for a little bit, and then until I realized that I prefer a pencil. I go back and forth between this and the Precisely My Brow Pencil. I mean, it's literally how I'm feeling that week or what's in the store as to what I'm gonna use. So, you know, I go back and forth between the two. So right now I have this one in the number 6. So the first thing that you wanna do is obviously twist your pencil up so you got some product to work with. But really, the key here is like using your spoolie. So I'm going in with my spoolie and I am making sure my brows are laying where I want them to be, because this is the beginning of your shape. So brushing the hairs up, laying them down. All right. So I start from the bottom of my brows and in the inner corner. So I start here, right where my natural brows end, and I start to draw a line. And the line that I'm drawing, I'm starting here, and I'm going all the way to the tip of where my arch is. So I'm drawing basically a straight line from here to there. And while you're doing your brows, like, it's gonna get messy. That's why your concealer is your BFF. So I drew that line. Drew that line to the arch of my brow. And doing the same thing on the other side. And then you create your tail. Basically, to create your tail, you're just, this looks funny. To create your tail, you're just gonna make like a small like hook here. So the top part, super easy. You're just gonna follow the natural arch of your regular brow to get it done. So making sure the hairs are right where you want them, and get to drawing. So I focus on making sure the brow part at the end connects. It gets a little line going there. And I like mine more round, so as you can see, it's a little bit more round at the top here to get everything done. And do the same on the other side. And you just make them connect. See, super simple. And then you just fill them in. To fill them in, just get to coloring. And do the other side. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. This looks crazy. I agree. So how do you fix that? concealer. So the brushes that I'm going to use, I'm going to be using the Morphe M705 brush, and I like to use this because when you look at the tip, it's just more of a triangle tip shape here, so it's easier to control and manipulate the concealer for the bottom part of your brows. For concealer, using my Tarte Shape Tape in the color Deep. And at this point, it's really, this is where you're creating your shape. So you use your natural brows to create your outline, but to really get those chiseled, like Instagram looking brows, it's the concealer. So everywhere I start from my inner corners of my eyes and just draw. And so with this, you definitely just want to start like with a little bit of product and then work your way through the brow, because if you start with a lot, it's going to look a little weird and it's going to be a lot more for you to have to blend out versus just moving the product as you go. And it's okay if you mess something up, because you can always fix it. To blend out that under concealer, I'm going to be using one of these smaller Real Technique little, it's like, I think they call it the eraser sponge, but it's just a smaller beauty blender, and just blend it out. So for the top of my brows, I'm going to be using this smaller e.l.f. concealer brush. Basically it's just a little small, I don't even know if you can see the top of that. Probably not, but it's just a really small little concealer brush, and I like to use this on the top because this is where, like, for me, it's a pretty crucial step, because you can see how thick I originally draw my brows. This is what helps me control and draw and make sure I'm getting the right arch that I'm looking for in my brows. So going in with the rest of my concealer and really carving out the top of my brow. So here comes the, in my opinion, the most important part of your brows. And because I don't know what to call these, we're gonna call these brow edges. And it's making sure that your brow edges don't look like this. I hate people who have like the sharp brick straight line brow edges. That doesn't look okay. It doesn't look natural. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody knows you're drawing your brows on. It's not a surprise, but come on, like, can we get some form of an illusion? Please and thank you, ladies. So how you fix them brow edges? Your spoolie. Taking your spoolie and really just blending everything out. Like, don't be afraid to just go hand with your spoolie. And basically what you're doing is you're creating a gradient, so that way it'll be darker on the edges of your brow, this edge, and then, well, darker on the arch of your brow, we'll say, since we've already labeled these brow edges. So darker on your arch, and then lighter and more lifelike on the edge. So I pretty much keep hitting the spoolie with this until it's light enough, in my opinion, because it's such a dark color for my skin that going on naturally, like, it's gonna look way too dark. And that's fine, because that's the color of the product. But just blend out your brow edges, ladies. Blend them out. Go ham. I mean, you should blend them out so much that you got a little Frida going on. It's okay. You'll fix it. But just blend. And brush them all out. So to fix this massive unibrow I've got going on, just literally dotting my concealer in the middle of my eyes and blending it out. Boom. No more unibrow. It's gone. And then I just keep going back and forth with my spoolie until I've got the consistency that I'm looking for on the end of my brows. My brow edges. So to set my brows in place, I'm going to be using the Ready Set Brow by Benefits and just helping set my brows in place. This stuff really makes it so your brows don't move. Like, that's how I do my brows, folks. Well, thank you guys so much for watching my video. All of the products that I use will be in the description box below. Obviously, I love my Benefits cosmetic stuff, so I'll link all of that stuff below, show you the different pencils that they have available as well. But if you guys like to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button or follow me on social media. That'll be in the description box below. But I'll see you guys next time.